We have export potential in taro, coconut, beer and beverage, food and beverage, handicraft, garments and all that. There is potential there. But private sector are saying, forget it. The restrictions and the red tape is too much. Why should I bother? I'd rather just sell locally and export to New Zealand, make my money and live happily ever after, you know?
The tremendous growth in food and agricultural trade carries tremendous benefits, but may also pose serious threats to human, animal and plant life and health. Countries balance the benefits from trade and potential health risks through the establishment of sanitary and phytosanitary laws. Furthermore, the growth in global trade is usually accompanied by a proliferation of technical regulations and standards to address a range of concerns, including product safety and the protection of the environment. Although almost all products produced in the Forum Island countries enter into Australia and New Zealand duty and quota-free, sanitary and phytosanitary laws and technical regulations impose extraordinarily high costs on Pacific producers and exporters that, in turn, limit their access to the Australian and New Zealand market.
The farmer is okay now. We have plenty of taro. But the thing is that we need to improve the facilities first. We have the laborers, we have the workers, we have the expertise, and we need to improve the facilities to pack taro.
We have a lot of people that are interested in exporting, say taro, like as I mentioned, but we have to tell them, I'm sorry, we can't export it because it's prohibited into Australia, or it needs to undergo some kind of irradiation treatment. We don't have those facilities.
We spent about 15 years to work on the HDFA. The HDFA is the treatment that we can now use for those foods, those 3 foods to be accessed to be exported to New Zealand. I guess the issue is we have so many other fruits. I mean, as a technical person, I would like to see that there is a generic system to try and speed up the process.
Acknowledging the challenge of meeting sanitary and phytosanitary requirements, technical regulations and standards, Australia and New Zealand have committed to assisting Pacific producers and exporters to meet their quarantine and related product requirements through programs such as the Pacific Horticultural and Agricultural Markets Access Program, or PHARMA.
Before we entered the Australian market for our copra meal, we were mainly exported to New Zealand and Japan, and we were trying hard to enter the Australian market, and we are lucky that with the help from the farmer, we were able to enter the market. Farmer helped us a lot in trying to negotiate with the Australian quarantine department. And luckily 2 years ago there was an audit came here from the Australian quarantine, and we were certified, and now there's an open door for us to for our copra meal to the Australian market.
In 1993, a fungal plant disease known as the taro leaf blight, or TLB, attacked Samoa's taro industry, completely wiping out its exports of taro for a number of years. Following an extensive period of research and development, Samoa managed to create a range of TLB-resistant taro varieties. The PHARMA program devoted substantial resources to facilitate market access for Samoan taro. Samoa's exports to New Zealand have now been re-established, and it is also engaged in a series of initiatives to gain market access to Australia, including through the development of a frozen taro pathway and the upscaling of marketing and labelling efforts.
PHARMA definitely has been of tremendous help. in the sense that it's facilitating some of these biosecurity issues, addressing technical interventions to assist industries to meet market requirements. So pharma has been very helpful in identifying and actually helping private sector to develop protocols and develop products that will, into the stage where it meets the Australian market requirement. So in that respect, it's a very useful program. But then once you've satisfied those requirements and meet the packaging requirement, you still have to export the product to Australia, and you still go through all this red tape. So what do you do? On one hand, you're trying to help, and on the other hand, you're making it difficult. So I really hope that the PACER Plus negotiations will help in removing and reducing the documentary and both tariff and non-tariff barriers, and focus on, the proper and a short form of documentation that will not only protect Australian. We understand Australia needs to be protected because of biosecurity risk, but that doesn't mean you need 8 set of documents on top of, when everybody else is only imposing 2 to 3 documents.
Through the Pacific Agreement on Closer Economic Relations, or PACER+, parties are determined to strike a careful balance between the right of countries to adopt sanitary and phytosanitary measures to promote and protect human, animal and plant health, and the need to ensure that the same measures do not unreasonably restrict trade between all parties. Australia and New Zealand are committed to providing the necessary assistance to the Forum Island countries to implement their treaty obligations in these areas and to meet their relevant SPS measures so as to enhance market access opportunities for them.